Thank you so much. And again, apologies for the interruptions. We are very honored to have you here. So we heard from the Honorable Minister, thank you for your remarks. And we know in the area of innovation and AI, the ability to seize that innovation and bring that goodness across public policy and the use of government, the direction of government is really critical. So I'm honored to invite to stage the Minister Stark-Watzinger, Minister of Innovation from Germany, who is joining us, and we are really honored to hear your perspective. Thank you for coming.
Well, Minister Gamliel, President Porat, ladies and gentlemen, last month I attended an alumni meeting of a program. Okay, that's great, thank you. I'm rather tall, right? So let me start again, maybe. Last month I attended an alumni meeting of a program that goes by the name New Kibbutz. We, the Federal Research Ministry, are supporting this program together with the German Academic Exchange Service, DAAD. It enables students from Germany to do an internship at a startup in Israel. A former participant in the program was asked what her most important takeaway was. And her replies really struck me. She said, I arrived and was immediately assigned a task. People trusted me. Self-efficacy, she said. Isn't that wonderful? It is this passion and this thirst for action that these young people bring back home. And it is these young people getting to know each other that build the bridges and that they are at the heart and the soul of the German-Israeli friendship. And that friendship is strong. Israel can count on Germany, and it feels good that Germany can count on Israel. Germany benefits not only from our joint cutting-edge research, our irreplaceable research cooperation that produces so many excellent findings, but also from the impressive startup landscape. Israel is, I'm preaching to the choir here, is a nation of startups with Tel Aviv at its center, a true hub. Open to the world, attracting young talent from all over who are willing to work hard, who are bold and open-minded, an inspiration for our country. We have proven time and again, for 50 years now, that we are a strong team in research, which laid the foundations for a new beginning. So today it's wonderful to see how our science communities are jointly tackling great challenges, especially issues such as artificial intelligence. And I'm truly delighted to be here today. Thank you very much for the invitation. We all see how AI, that was already mentioned, is changing our world, changing it rapidly, radically, and fundamentally. AI will affect every aspect of our lives. This comes with risks, but more importantly, with opportunities. Winning the fight against cancer, eradicating hunger worldwide, a new industrial revolution. AI is a once-in-a-century opportunity. Let's grab it with both hands. This is exactly what we have and why we have the German AI strategy for. AI strategy that was adopted in 2018, actually as one of the first countries worldwide to do so. 6 AI competence centers, 150 AI professorships, the AI service centers, state-of-the-art computers and infrastructure, internationally competitive like the Gauss Center for Supercomputing. These are the fruits of our AI strategy. It has provided a good basis. But this is not a reason to rest on our laurels. Standing still is never an option, especially when it comes to AI. Which is why my ministry presented the AI action plan 6 months ago, and actually I was inspired by my last visit here to Israel and the exchange I had with the researchers here. What do we provide funding for? Firstly, the further development of AI methods. The current models have their limitations, which we want to overcome. so that AI becomes more flexible in its application and consumes less resources. Secondly, we are fostering early career researchers, especially women in AI, to include more women and their expertise in AI. And thirdly, we are promoting artificial intelligence in the medical field, innovative approaches to how we can share and analyze data in cancer research, for example, or in research on long COVID. Our federal ministry alone is investing around 500 million euros this year. What is always on our mind is accelerating research transfer, moving research outcomes out of the realm of science into the business world. Striking out decisively on new paths, that must be our goal. And we are seeing the success of this. Taking the numbers coming from the European Patent Office for 2023, for example, 30% more German AI-related patent applications in 2019. And also we see more transfer happening. 341 AI-related startups were founded in 2023 for Germany. That's really a large number. And 67% more than the previous year. But what is especially interesting in this context is nearly 40% of these new businesses are research-driven. They originate from R&D projects, and that is from research projects at universities and institutes. So the latest OECD report is also encouraging that we have good computing capacities, vibrant AI ecosystem. So our goal is, in the concert of international corporations, to be in a pole position in a world powered by AI. You all know that this is a big task and a big ask to do. Comparing ourselves with the US or China is always a bit like pitting David against Goliath. But after all, the end of that story, even if it's cruel, it is indeed heartening. And it teaches us a lesson. It is not quantity that will decide our success. It's all about the right strategy. So let me say in very brief words, 3 principles we have in mind. Firstly, we want to put our strength to work. Trustworthy AI is one of them. Quality and security through innovation have always been the DNA of anything made in Germany. We want to become the lead market for trustworthy AI that is secure, reliable, and sustainable, based on internationally recognized quality standards. The European AI Act has created a foundation for this based on responsibility and values. Now it's the time to build on this. AI today is like electricity in the past when it was new, potentially fatal, but we learned to use it to our advantage also because we invented the fuse. We went on to revolutionize transport and invent the car. But then came traffic lights, seat belts, and airbags. And now we are turning AI into trustworthy AI. The second guiding principle for me is we need to think about different fields as one. For example, artificial intelligence and a sector that is traditionally strong in Germany, mechanical and plant engineering. The Hannover Messe trade fair illustrates this well. This year's Hermes Award winners have perfected linking together different fields. Take the grasping kit for industrial robots, which enables AI robots to work independently within the industrial manufacturing process. How does it do that? It has overcome a hurdle that until very recently seemed too high to clear. Intelligent object recognition and flexible grasping, it combines the new reliability. And this is where things start to get really interesting, because this means that the iRobot can fill many of the gaps caused by the skills shortages we face. Robots become helpers that not only do what they were programmed to do, but also think for themselves, whose actions are independent, not predetermined. And this is where we get a glimpse of the huge potential of AI-based robotics in factories and operating theaters, in the care sector and and search and rescue operations in the agricultural sector and environmental protection. Robotics is the field where AI really shines. And this is why our action plan focuses quite a bit on robotics research. It spells out our level of ambition in concrete detail, and we are currently updating the action plan, refocusing priorities. It's a learning process. It's happening so fast. But the most important benefit it brings is networking. We are linking together cutting-edge research in the academic sector, non-university research institutions, and industry. We are bringing together the most talented people, especially by providing funding for young researchers. So let me mention a Robotics Institute Germany we are now implementing. It is a powerful network. It makes the German ecosystem even stronger, more dynamic. Progress thrives on a good innovation ecosystem, on a diversity of perspectives, on a strong team. And this brings me to my third guiding principle, which is the most important when it comes to answering the question, how can we endure, how we can be successful in a changing world? There can only be one answer to this question. By really closing ranks, by standing shoulder to shoulder with the research partners like Israel. Of course, this doesn't just apply to AI research. It attains much further. It's about the very foundations. Our two countries, we built our success on the freedom of research, and that is important to keep up. Germany and Israel are linked together closely by our history and also by our values. The central value we have in common is freedom. It is our most valuable asset. Scientific cooperation also thrives on freedom, and I'm firmly committed to our cooperation. I've seen the many reports by Israeli scientists about their sad and disturbing experiences, being invited to a conference before that invitation is suddenly withdrawn. Publications that are turned down, collaborations that are terminated, or the silent ghosting when international colleagues suddenly stop replying or taking their calls. And I will be very clear about what I think about that. I think it's terribly and utterly wrong. We see protest also at universities in Germany, and it was already said, legitimate protest and discussion, we need that in democracies, but we should never ignore the atrocities perpetrated by Hamas, and we should never allow when they are openly anti-Semitic. One of the very reasons I'm here today is to send a clear message that the federal government stands by Israel's side. We want to keep up the research bridges. We don't burn bridges, but protect them. We aim not to weaken scientific collaborations, but to strengthen them. Topics of future relevance, such as our AI, present an opportunity here. Ladies and gentlemen, Jonas Antrulis, the founder of Aleph Alpha, hit the nail on the head when he said that the world of our children, or the world our children grow up in, will be built on AI. It is our mission to ensure that it will be a good world. It's always the same when a new technology appears on the horizon. We have a unique opportunity, we can shape it. Those setting the trends in this technology today decide what tomorrow's world will look like for our children. And that is the reason why we're all here today. We want to be the ones to set the trends. And that's the essence of the International AI Week. And that's why I'm delighted to be part of it. Thank you very much.